Hello and welcome to Petal Projections, a community-driven show where we talk all things feminine artistry. I'm your host, Reem Rizk, and today I'm joined by Ivy Sarker.
Hi.
Hello, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Ivy. I'm in, I think, my 4th year at OCAD. I'm doing my best. I'm a writer, creator, video game writer, trying to be, yeah.
You just finished up your independent study. What are some other things you're working on as a writer?
Oh gosh, my thesis is a big thing that I'm doing. That's a lot of I'm making a game, so scripting for just like the dialogue that happens through, and then it's a lot of coding. Like I'm not writing as much as I am coding and like making pixel art. So I'm kind of missing my practice, but I try to, all of my writing right now is just like notebook ramblings, any kind of poetry or whatever I can kind of get out of my head, put into paper. And it feels like I'm still practicing. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm so my head is fully buried into my thesis, and I can't if I divert even a little bit, if it's not I can divert for things that are due in other classes. But if I find myself in something that's not due or not my thesis, I'm gonna panic.
Whenever I find that whenever I casually write anything now, I'm like, I can use this for thesis.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I could implement this.
Yeah,
to justify.
I write a fully fantasy scene that doesn't make any sense
and I'm like,
in my thesis.
Yeah.
I'm like, but if I did this, I used an hour of my time that I could be writing for my thesis. Why did I do that? But yeah, I try to keep them safe at least. Notebooks or notepad or whatever I'm writing on laptop or whatever. But it just feels weird. I'm not in the mindset to be writing anything else except for thesis. Yeah.
How has the video game aspect of it gone so far? Because we're both learning a lot right now.
Yeah, truly a lot. I started in the summer because that's when I kind of got the idea for it. But then it was just fiddling around because again I was so independent study minded. I started off with Unity because the guy who was doing a tutorial was on Unity, right? And why would I follow anything else? You know, he's laying it out for me.
Yeah.
So I make what I can in Unity, kind of fiddling around. And then, the Unity, you know about the Unity controversy. It was already happening, but I didn't I wasn't using it to create anything at the time. I was using it to learn. So I thought okay, it's fine. And then now that I'm actually in thesis, the agreement for Unity is that whenever you publish a game or whenever anyone buys your game, you have to pay them for it. And I would like to continue on working on it after thesis and actively get it out there, go on itch.io, blah blah blah. But I'm not gonna be on Unity's little payroll. Crazy. So I hopped on Unreal Engine instead. But then Unity uses C# and Unreal uses C++. And I haven't coded anything major yet, but then I have to unlearn things that I've learned and kind of figure them out again. I'm also doing a lot of pixel art based in Cabbagetown, so it's just me walking around and recreating buildings that I really like, or there's the Parliament Street that has these gorgeous stores and it's super colorful, and there's a mural on the side of the building and I can't use that mural, but now I'm making another mural, but in the virtual world. So I'm it's a lot of I've never been an artist, so to say. I've never been a visual artist. The most visual art that I've done is for classes ages ago. So now I'm going
or collaging.
Collaging, yeah, you're right. But it's digitally painting, and it's I'm figuring out shading all over again. And I haven't done any shading since I was in 9th grade. So it was a little bit of a little hurdle, but I'm having so much fun. It's definitely the field that I want to kind of start into after graduating. So just experimenting has been so good.
And I think I told you about my story with my dad, right?
Oh my God, I love that story.
So when I was younger and I was just really obsessed with the computer, my dad used to code games for me because he was learning all of these different programming languages. So if I would be obsessed with princesses, he would make me a Cinderella game if I was into Cinderella at the moment, and it would just be a fashion game that he coded for me.
Oh my God.
And they were on these CDs that we would insert into our big thing, and he would design covers for them to put as games, and it was just the sweetest thing ever.
I love that. Oh my God.
And that was just like how he encouraged himself to learn. And he was also like very ingrained in like my education, because like a young kid, games can be like way too hard for a young kid way too easily. So he was just like very active of what my mind needed to learn next. So if it was like dexterity, it would be stuff like the fashion games, like inserting it like on the proper spots and whatever. And it was just like, I have so many little games like that that are so sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. I didn't get into like games, like super into them until quite recently, like college, not college, like first year of university. But it was Spider-Man. My best friend had like we had no access to internet.
Right.
We had it, but like something about it, like it wasn't able to connect with the PS4 that she had, so we only had Spider-Man. And so I was just in her, like she'd go to class and I'd be in her room playing Spider-Man for hours. And then I got more into it. Like I had my 3DS when I was a kid, but I played like Dead or Alive Dimensions only all the time. Nothing else. And now I'm like seasoned. I'm like knowledgeable now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a connoisseur. If you will.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just built your own PC, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's building your own PC. Like I've remembered how much I love tinkering. Like I love just like taking things apart and just like putting them back together. And like I redid my whole room recently, and so like I think it was all just connected to thesis because I couldn't work on thesis unless my room was clean. Yeah. And then I redid my whole entire room, and then I started like taking apart the furniture that I had to like.
It's like when you procrastinate so hard that you start getting other stuff done.
Yeah. Like I painted my room, redecorated my room, rearranged my like. I got a $12 lamp from some lady off of Facebook Marketplace.
Love that.
I like spray painted it copper.
Love that.
Yeah, and I'm working on like just to make it into like a flower thing, all because I cannot work on thesis unless my room is nice. And then I was doing my video game creating stuff on my laptop. My little MacBook Air was hyperventilating, and I was hyperventilating because she was hyperventilating. And then I was like, you know what, I need a PC. It's okay, sweet baby. But it was so fulfilling. Like, I think since I was a kid, I've always had to kind of like figure things out myself, mostly because like my parents didn't get it, like they're not big on technology. So whenever it was like I needed to learn a thing, it was me figuring out through like different means. Yeah. And it was just really fun to just like go through the internet, figure out what was happening. But then when it came and I was putting it together, I wanted to bash my head up against the wall. Like every single, like I put it together, I took it apart so many times just because something was the issue. And it was driving me crazy. Like I had boxes. Like my room is so small, but like I refused to throw away the boxes until I was done making it. And I'd like have the boxes on my bed, and then I'd move them at nighttime because it was 4 o'clock in the morning and I needed sleep, but my PC wasn't done. So I made sure I did everything correctly. I had to move a bunch of things around. I like moved the wires so many times that I memorized them. Like I don't even need an instruction manual anymore. I got it. Yeah. And then it felt like every single day that I opened my computer back up, there was something wrong with it. Like I was troubleshooting all the time, where it felt kind of like just depressing. Like it was just, I wasn't happy about it anymore. Yeah. Until one day, like it finally worked. Like I figured out everything that was wrong in one day, and I was like, oh shit.
I'm picturing you as like the dad from Coraline.
Oh my god, I was like truly like just like eye bags, just like haven't showered, just like depressed because this one machine is ruining my life. And now it's like, now I'm just so grateful for it because I'm getting like so much more work done. It's just a lot of I love my MacBook for like little writing things, but so many things I couldn't do because like she was holding me back. Yeah, like she couldn't do it. And I understand when you're anxious, but this was too much.
Yeah, no, like I get it, girl.
Yeah, but like calm down. Yeah, we have work to do.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and my PC's
Take
great.
a Xan, girl.
Yeah. I got Starfield for free, which I don't think is that great.
Yeah. I've heard.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if you've ever played Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's essentially the same thing, and you get funnier dialogue. Like I'm glad I got it for free and I didn't have to pay for it because it's a little.
We've talked about you as a writer. What kind of influenced you as a reader?
Ooh, okay. So
I know Watership Down is a big one for
Watership Down is like my life, my soul blood. But I didn't find Watership Down until I was much older. Like I think I found it like late middle school, early high school. I think it's a big part of my identity now. But when I was a kid, I used to go to this place called Children's Book Bank. It was big in like the Regent Park, Cabbagetown area, and they're this wonderful organization that gives you So if a family comes in, everyone gets one book. So the kid gets one, the parent gets one, and it's completely for free. And it's run on donations. It's run on community. It's like people used to bring in like boxes and boxes of like kids books. Like I volunteered there for a long time, and it was just a big part of my childhood. Like my family couldn't pay for books because like $30 for a hardcover, and it was just like not affordable. So whenever I went there, I could get whatever I wanted, and I got into Spiderwick quite recently.
Oh yes, dude, me too.
Holly
that was
Black,
like my, oh my god.
Holly Black and Tony DiTerlizzi like killed it.
I just reread the whole series this summer.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I had the version that was
with
like
the like jagged page edges.
Yeah, but it was like the whole series.
Yeah.
And it was like a tome.
Yeah.
But it was like it's like tiny though.
Yeah.
And it's just
because it's supposed to be like the pocket guide.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good, and I had like the field guide too. I gave it away. I don't know why I did that. So it's not with me, but I wish I could have it again. Maybe they'll release a new one because they're making a TV show, which we have to watch. By the way, yeah,
we do.
I used to take that book everywhere with me. Yeah.
It was so good. Do you remember the movie for it?
I do.
I watched it aggressively.
Yeah, I have a poster for that movie.
It was one of my like regular childhood repeats.
Yes.
Even though it was like in my head a bit too scary, I was like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
Something about it. I'm hoping that the TV show is just as like good, and even you know how a lot of like books and movie adaptations bad.
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good. Like I know there was a lot of things they missed.
Yeah,
but like I was never upset about it. Yeah, it's great. Anything else? Waters Down, Tony DiTerlizzi, Peter Pan. Peter Pan was like one of my favorites. I had so I knew the whole backstory of J.M. Barrie and like what he did. So essentially, right, he had a set of plays, but his first like Peter Pan was just him as a baby in like Kensington Gardens. Yeah, and he was just like talking to the pigeons and stuff. And then it kind of like every version of it changed. And the fact that he published every different version of it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then he has the Peter Pan and Wendy is the one where they get like trapped on the island and there's a balloon, and there's like the most famous Peter Pan where the balloon thing never happens, and it's just like the Disney version. But it's so cool that a classic gets changed around.
Reading it for the first time and getting to the ending where Wendy's like 80, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then he takes her daughter, and then he continues to take every darling girl, and I'm like, Peter, you need to like calm down. Yeah. I was having fun until the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Peter Pan movie took me out. Like I love that movie with everything in my soul.
I love it. I rewatched it recently.
You didn't like what?
There's some parts in it that don't quite hold up to today's ethical.
You're right. I just think about that moment where Peter and Wendy are in the forest right before they get kidnapped, and they're like, there's like fairies around them, and they're dancing.
Yeah.
And that like instrumental song is in my writing soundtrack.
Oh.
And I love that. Like I continuously think about that. Or that line where
not
he's
your playlist,
like,
your soundtrack.
Yeah, my soundtrack, my playlist. There's a line in the movie where he's like, "Come with me, Wendy, and you'll never ever have to grow up again." And I'm like,
I remember that was one of the first like plays that I saw because my sister was in it, and I just remember the magic of like she wouldn't tell me how any of the special effects were done, so she would be like, "Yeah, Peter Pan is flying every night," and I would come see it every night, and I would be like chanting like, "I do believe in fairies. I do." Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God, my
it's
heart.
so magical.
Yeah, I can't. There was many books that I just like remember that got me into reading. There was one about a mermaid. I think this mermaid one was the actual book that got me into reading. Like I hated reading, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, I could do this forever. Yeah, but I don't remember the title. Yeah.
I recently had that with one of my favorite books because it was just a random library takeout, and then I finally found it.
Oh my God.
And it was called The Lighthouse Land. And it's so stupid, but I love it so much. It's so good. I loved library visits, and it was always like, I had music lessons on Wednesdays, and it was next to the library. And my sister would have lessons at like 4, and then I would have a lesson at 4:30. So my mom would drop off my sister, and then we would go to the library every week so that I could like get literally 7 books. And then read one every single day, and then come back the next week. And that was just one of those books for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the library all the time, but like the one reading memory I have from elementary school is this program called, I don't remember if it was called Running and Reading or Reading and Running, Okay, so it was like
Okay.
an after-school program on Thursdays, and it was really weird because my teacher like approached me like later on, like after class, and was like, "Hey, I have this like opportunity for you," and I was like a child, and I was like, "What?"
I'm so excited to find out if you were actually running.
We were, no, truly. Okay, so you go in after school on Thursdays, you go to the gym, you sit down in like lines. And then you do like a little activity. Sometimes it was dancing. Sometimes it was like we did like break dancing at one point, and I was like, "What is happening?" Like, we did like random activities.
That's
like
cool, dude.
like truly, like
That's awesome.
it was just like us in our like, and we had to wear like T-shirts that said running and reading on it, and then we'd play the game. And depending on how whoever like camp instructors got people were feeling, either we'd read first or we'd run. Okay, like either or. And the running was just us like turning on music, and just running around the gym. We never went outside.
Were you so there was no running and reading happening at the same time. I was imagining
No. We ran, and then we there was like a plastic box filled with books, and you just pick one.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Just running and reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Bring
not?
it back. Is there any like digital book influences in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna list all of them. Every single one by title. Obviously, fan fiction, big influence. Wattpad, just this titanic presence in my life. Wattpad.
Yeah.
It's and I like the influence that Wattpad has.
Yeah.
Throughout like YA fantasy now.
Insane.
And also, sorry, there was a motorcycle and I got distracted.
Ivy has a thing where she likes guys with helmets, so every time a motorcycle goes by, she'll go.
Okay, just expose me on the internet. What was I talking about? Wattpad. Yeah. So it has like this like effect on YA fantasy, and not to mention just like the entertainment we see every day, like reel shorts on Instagram. Yeah. It was okay. So I was watching them with
Fated to My Forbidden Alpha.
Exactly. Yeah. And just like because it has like all the werewolf lore.
Right.
And I was so used to reading that when I was in middle school, high school, that I knew like exactly what they were talking about. Alpha Alexander comes on scene, and I know who he is.
Yeah.
They talk about like the link, and I know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
But then I'm sitting with Claire, and we're watching it, and like she's like, "I do not know this backstory," and I was like shook. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
It's ingrained in me.
Yeah, like what do you mean?
Yeah, like I know exactly how all of this functions. I know exactly what they mean by like Luna, Alpha, Matelings. All of that was just like, it's kind of like, it's fun in a very nostalgic way.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a fun in like a very like ironic, this is funny way now, but I know that like 9th grade me.
This was your life.
Yeah, 9th grade me would have been like, this is my favorite thing. I would have paid for it.
Yeah.
This would have been my episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I would have spent $80 on gems. Yeah.
And I wouldn't even bother to go on YouTube because I would have been like, they deserve my money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've actually prepared a game for you today.
So excited. I've been so excited for this game. Like, I've been trying to guess what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this game.
Am I looking over here?
This game is called Wattpad Werewolves or Penguin Classics.
Okay. Inside you there are 2 werewolves.
one
Wattpad and one Penguin Random
Classics.
House.
You have to imagine me at 4 a.m. giggling and putting that together when I had the idea.
I love this. Thank you so much. Like, this is so wonderful.
I will make games for you anytime.
Oh my God, yeah.
But basically the concept is there are 8 questions. I'm going to read you a quote, and you have to guess if it's from a Wattpad werewolf fan fiction or from a Penguin classic.
Yes. How many classics did you go through just to make this game?
A couple.
Okay.
How many? The real question.
How many Wattpad books did you go? How long did you spend on my Wattpad?
Next question. Okay.
Because I did give you my username. I don't know what you did with it.
You did.
I don't know what you did with it afterwards.
Anyways. So the first question. A splash of oil spat in the pan. A couple of meaty venison steaks sizzled, red flesh browning as the fire seared the tender muscle. She hunched in front of the fireplace with her back to him, a pair of tongs in her hand to flip the meat while he buttered the potatoes she had boiled. Is this Wattpad?
I know exactly where this is from. Hold on. I forgot what it's called, but then they crashed in a plane. They crashed in a plane, and then she was surviving in the woods, and he was on a hunting trip, but then he got separated. I know exactly what this is from. I'm like ashamed, but I know.
This is Turning Point. This is a Wattpad Werewolf fanfiction. You got that right. You're gonna be 100% right on all of these.
Like something in my body, like my brain is just like,
I thought,
you know.
okay, here's the thing. I thought you weren't gonna notice that I sourced these from your Wattpad.
Oh no, I will. I know.
I thought it was gonna be like an end reveal, but you were like, actually, this is from this one from here, and it was on this reading list.
No, I
Okay.
will know. I will know.
Okay.
I don't remember like menial everyday things, but I remember that.
Okay. Listen to me, you crazy bastard, he said fiercely. Don't you even take a look at that bitch. I don't care what she says and what she does.
This one I don't remember, but it's Wattpad. It's a Wattpad werewolf.
It's a Wattpad werewolf?
I believe so. Something in my gut.
It's Of Mice and Men.
Oh. I just finished that a couple months ago. Well, I guess I didn't pay attention. I have no reading comprehension.
There you go.
Only for Wattpad.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take my time.
We can do this. Come, I said sternly. No more of this. We've had quite enough already. Get to your bed and try to behave more discreetly. He suddenly stopped and looked at me intently for several moments. Then, without a word, he rose and moving over, sat down on the side of the bed.
A girl on Wattpad can't write like this, can she?
Sorry?
I was like, can a girl on Wattpad write like this? Because
girls on Wattpad can...
Girls on Wattpad are crazy.
They
also,
can write anything.
They can write anything, but get to your bed and try to behave more discreetly. It's throwing me off. That's a line that's like...
Is it like too...
It's like too... It feels too classic-y, you know?
Okay.
I'm going to say classic.
But it's also like get to your bed and try to behave more discreetly.
Behave more discreet. Hold on.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do this? Influence my decisions?
I can stop, but
No. Suddenly stopped and looked at me intently for more seven. Without a word, he rose, moving over, sat down on the side of the bed. Okay, wait, hold on. No, it's a Wattpad werewolf.
Yeah?
Yes. It has to be.
It's Dracula.
I knew it!
Sorry. I'll stop influencing you.
I can't believe you've done that.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
It's okay.
Question 4. I hesitate. I'm going to have to tell her. She'll find out eventually. Everyone here knows the things I've done. It's no secret. Sooner or later, someone else will tell her if I don't. But how do I explain to her that I wasn't the hero?
Damn, that first one was so easy that it really threw me off.
That was your warm-up.
Oh. I hesitate. I'm going to tell her. She'll find out. Ooh. Have I guessed Wattpad for all the questions and gotten them all wrong?
Not all of them. You got the first one right because you knew exactly which one it was.
This one's, I'm going to say Wattpad for all. How many questions do you have? 8?
I have 8.
Oh,
yeah. Wattpad?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh my god, I love the envelope.
It's so bad, dude.
I know. Did you read all of it?
Well, no, but I had to find the quote, so I was skimming. And I have a video of me, like, clicking the autoplay of, like, just listening through it talking. And I'm going to play it in this, but it's, like,
Thank
so
God.
funny, dude.
I loved this one. I
have,
read
like,
it.
I couldn't do this alone, so I recorded myself for 40 minutes last night, just, like, scrolling through all of it. And
Oh,
it's so,
I want to watch that video
this
so
one
bad.
was the worst.
Really?
Yeah.
This one, I think I found it when I was like, I was really young when I found this one. And I think this one and something else was like one of my first, and I'm just attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't realize that. Okay.
Well, I took the one line that wasn't absolutely, like, it was still insane.
Yeah.
But I had to really hunt for that one line, because everything else.
The rest of it is crazy. Like, she falls through, like, a portal, and all of a sudden he's like, lady in my forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay. Hang on, she instructed. Don't move. She backed out of the bathroom, giving him a warning with her eyes that promised death if he dared move. I'm either being really mean to all the classics or really kind to all the Wattpad. Yeah, that's the thing.
Hang on, don't move. Something about the mention of a bathroom makes me think, like, never penguin. But
they don't go to the bathroom in Penguin Classics.
why would, I think, promise death if you dared to move.
Steinbeck has never seen a bathroom.
Classic.
Classic?
Classic. Please be right, please be right.
This is Under an Alaskan Moon.
I was so upset. I hated this one though. I remember reading it because somebody told me to read it.
Also, this got like here's the thing. I was scrolling through this one, and by chapter 7, all of the chapters now say, go to Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and all
Some
the
of them are
comments
like,
are like, are you fucking kidding me?
They're angry.
I hate you.
Yeah, they're angry writers.
Because they all
money.
bought it.
Yeah.
They all opened up Kindle.
They're like, we need to reread it.
Yeah. Okay. Question 6. Watching her with smiling and admiring eyes, he followed her. He saw that look. He turned white, and for a minute he could hardly breathe. How dare he look at my wife like that?
Oh, there's
was
Wattpad.
the feeling that boiled within him.
I'm sorry, it's Wattpad.
This is from Anna Karenina.
I never read Tolstoy. I think I bought.
Well, this book is like 10,000 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of his books are 10,000 pages. I think I bought War and Peace just because it was pretty.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna read you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also obviously didn't read this. I was just, I opened Apple Books. Here's how I went through the classics. I opened Apple Books. All of the classics are free.
Yeah.
Random page. Random page. Looking for the most werewolfy thing that I could find. Okay.
They're good. You did really good finding these because I'm confused.
Thank you. I expected you to get everything perfect, and I was so scared.
I'm good at Cosmo titles,
a lot
but
of
this,
effort.
I think I threw you off as well in the first question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Don't have that much faith in me.
Okay. There were paintings that used to hang in the hall that was now barren. Multiple beautiful paintings that Alexei had always loved to admire as a little boy. His favorite, the one beside the room that held his mother's piano. His favorite painting was one of the darker ones that decorated the hall. It told such a strong emotional story that the young boy couldn't understand on his own. He used to lean his head on his mother's shoulder as she perched him on her hip, telling him the story behind each and every one.
God. Okay, if you've been through all of my Wattpad stories, all of them.
I'm scarred, yeah.
There's one called Her Volkovs, and one of the characters is Alexei, and like my brain goes straight to that. But I don't know Alexei. Piano. How many commas are in this? A lot. Wattpad. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's fine.
It's harder.
Oh, thank God. Yes.
Yes. I'm glad that I clicked before. Okay. Last question.
Okay.
What power could now prevent the fertility, the insensibility of nature? There's a lot going on in this short quotation.
There's a lot. This feels like baby shoes unworn. What power could now prevent the fertility?
Sorry, I'm still for sale baby shoes never worn, like just.
Oh God. Okay, I want to say classic.
Okay. What's leading you to that?
What power could now prevent the fertility, the insensibility of nature? I feel like something in my head is imagining a Victorian man with like a white billowing shirt, and he's like, "What now? What now prevent the fertility?
Yeah,
the insensibility of nature."
But not like a werewolf saying, "Fertility, alpha, mate."
You're doing this again.
I am.
And like I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. It's a classic.
It's a classic.
Am I wrong?
It is a classic. It's to the like.
Oh my God!
Virginia.
Thank God. I love Virginia.
Yeah.
Mom.
There you go. That's the game.
That was amazing. Make me more.
Thank you.
I want to know all about like your time in my Wattpad. Like
I documented it. Don't worry.
Thank God.
That was such a deep dive that I had to do, and I'm a little bit scarred.
Yeah, no, do you know?
Like years have been taken off my life.
Yeah, no, I understand because my brain was messed up.
You also made the account in 2014, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I made multiple accounts. Like I have a bunch of old accounts that I don't remember like the
ads for.
Yeah. And so I'm bad at I'm bad at passwords.
Yeah.
And like I had so many emails because I kept on making them. So there's my accounts scattered.
I also had to connect, because you can't read much on Wattpad without making an account anymore. So I had to connect my OCAD email to a Wattpad account so that I could do this.
Oh my God, the history.
Thank you so much for playing.
Yay.
And thank you for being here talking about all of your writing that you've been working on and all of the reading that you've scarred me with.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
There's no healing from that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we're in this together.
We're bonded now in a way that nobody can understand.
You know so many of my Just you know so much of my childhood now.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. Come back anytime. Also, come back when you're done your thesis, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Because that's going to be such an exciting thing.
Oh my God, we can talk about both of our theses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Just exhausted, dark circles, crying.
Coraline Dad.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
So, yes, I came up with this game. I didn't think about how much werewolf fan fiction I would have to read to do this. Growling, breeding. Immediately I see the word pause, like P-A-W. Check out Amazon to read the rest of the book. Fuck you, pack of wolves. Yellow Eye was internally howling and dancing in glee, screaming, mate, mate. What? What, girl? The mate bond is instantaneous for a wolf, my son. Wait, there's a listen with text-to-speech.
Me 3 times. All I can do is make little with each rise and fall of it. My tingles like a tight coil just seconds from release. I need to, too. He swirls his the whole time hitting my